Another banger, but today we are starting something new, real confession and stories that will leave you shocked. And these are people's confession. Today's story is about a girl who planned revenge on her friend, not knowing she's leading her friend straight into death. And it's about a girl called Amy. So Amy is confessing. Back then, she had a friend called Shori. So Shori and Amy were friends for life. And how did they become friends? So Amy's mom and Shori's mom were besties back then in the days. They made their children to know each other and also their children to become friends, and that's how Amy and Shori became best of friends. Shori was the only child and Amy had 2 siblings, but she was the firstborn. It started with Amy's mom and Amy's dad getting a divorce because they were having lots of issues, lots of misunderstanding, and after their divorce, Amy's mom got a boyfriend. Like, this is supposed to be your stepdad. They clicked in with the man catered for Amy and the siblings. They knew him. He came along. Sometimes he could stay for a few days. Sometimes he could take the mom for vacation. So Amy had to take care of the siblings. And Amy, by this time, she was done with high school. She was in uni. As this continued, one day, Amy's mom and the guy got into a very bad fight. They were not talking for days. And the guy kept on reaching out. So eventually, he found Amy's number and he reached out through Amy. And that's how they started talking. At this time, Amy's mom is telling Shori's mom, oh, this and this is happening. So Shori's mom used to share lots with Shori and tell Shori, Amy's mom and the boyfriend are having issues. And also Amy used to tell Shori, this and this is happening at my home place. So Shori and Amy, it was like a family, and we know everything because we are friends, our mom are friends, so there's no big deal in us knowing each other's business. After he got Amy's number, he communicated with Amy. He told Amy, hey, can you talk to your mom? This and this happened and it's not pleasant with me. You just tell her I'm sorry and all that. So that's how Amy and the boyfriend to the mom started talking, and eventually they started being intimate. Nobody knows anything. Amy adi akwambia Shori that I'm being intimate with my mother's boyfriend. Yeah, she kept quiet. It was something very low-key because this man used to spoil her so much. So this used to happen when Amy's mom was not around, plus the siblings. Amy told the mom's boyfriend, I don't want to continue this life, lying to my mom and everything. Like, maybe you can just find me a crib or something. But Amy's mom was against Amy moving out at that young age. She was like, at this age is for me to be able to take care of you, like to know your behavior, to guide you when you go wrong, and to tell you which is the right direction. Since Amy's mom was against Amy moving out, Amy told the boyfriend, like, go talk to your girlfriend. Tell her I want to move out, I'm a big person. Like, just convince her and tell her, like, you'll get up for everything. And that's what happened. The mom trusted the boyfriend, so the mom agreed. Akasema nini, okay, sawa, acha tutamrentia uko place iko karibu na shule, and that's what happened. So Amy had her own place. Amy move out, it can make matters easy. Kumbe Amy was the privacy. And at this rate, Shori used to come and visit Amy. Yeah, and I'm gonna shanganga tu, nikikuja napata fridge, nikikuja napata dispenser, nikikuja napata microwave. What's going on, girl? Ni nani umepata? And nowadays you have bloomed. Since Shori and the mama walikuanga so close, akaenda kama mama yake, hey, Amy sikizia me bloom. Like, hey, kwani ni kama kuna mtu, something of the sort. And Shori's mom was like, nisikupate kwa umeenda kutafuta mtu because Amy akona mtu na ame bloom. Like, that's Amy. Your time will come. You also get someone for yourself. One day, Amy and Shori were preparing to go to a club, and by this time, Amy alikuwa shatoka bafu, alikuwa anavaa. Shori alikuwa almost kutoka bafu, and they were listening to music, wakipiga stories and all that. So simu ya Amy ndo ilikuwa connected to Bluetooth, and ika ring, and ali receive while the phone still bado iko Bluetooth, and a voice ilikuwa, a very deep voice from this guy telling Amy, oh, you can come, I'm outside, come pick your gift, nimekuletea and all that. So Shori unajua kwa bafu anasikiza vitu zote, so akasikia Amy akitoka akaenda, and that's when alichukua towel yake because alikuwa so curious to see this man. Akatipswa akaenda kufika, alikuwa so shocked. So aliona Amy akikiss to the stepdad, received the gift, wakaongea for quite some time, then akarudi. So when alirudi, Shori alikuangalia mda mwenye hata haizi hide her facial expression, kama ameboeka atakuonyesha tu mimi nimeboeka. Akauliza Amy, what's up with you and your stepdad, because what's really going on? So Amy anakataa, anamwambia, oh, that was not my stepdad, nini. But Shori akamwambia, mimi si mjinga, I know whatever I've seen. So is that your stepdad? Amy akasema nini? Yeah, that's my stepdad. Akaanza kwambia Amy, oh, tulianza kuhook up, and ata ndo alinifanya nika move out so that me and him tukana all the time, and please don't tell my mommy this, like, just keep it a secret between the two of us. Shori ata hakutaka kuongea na Amy, alichukua tu virago vyake akaenda, akasema this is not the type of friend that I want for myself. Kafika kandalia mamake chai, akamia mamake the tea that was in the room, and the mom was so shocked, the mom was disappointed. So the mom definitely angeambia mama Amy whatever Shori amemwambia, and wakaita Amy, akapata mama Shori, mama yake and Shori wako hapo. So they talked to her, they asked her, and yeah, card meets, and mama Shori anambia Amy, can you leave this nigga alone? This is your mom's boyfriend. And akakata akasema, no, like, this guy is the one who caters for my everything, mbona niachane na yeye. So hiyo ilifanya yeye na mamake wali cross terms vibaya. The mom broke up with the boyfriend, akamwambia kaa na boyfriend yako because I'm no longer your mom. After quite some time, the nigga akambia Amy, yo, mimi sasa hapa hata mimi like siwezi because niko na beef na mamako already, sisi sema hii relationship itakuwa long term, so acha tu to split ways, acha tu tuachane in peace. And then nikakacha Emmy, nobody's paying her rent, nobody's buying her anything, ilibidi ameingia to biz, you know, whatever I mean nikisema biz. And as time went by, akaanza kukua so bitter akifikiria the whole situation, and yeah, haoni makosa yake. She only thought like Shori ndo ameniletea shida zote, kama hangesema. Akaanza kuholdia Shori beef, amejam. And at this rate, Shori alikuwa anajua there's nobody catering for Emmy, so alikuwa anatumia Emmy some small money hata kama they were not talking. Since bado ana hold ya Shori beef, one day akasema I need to get my revenge on this bitch, lazima. And akasema nini, I'll befriend her again, and tukirudi kwa friends, I'll look for someone mwenye ako na infection, akuje amuinfect aishi nayo, like, or HIV or something. Akatafuta a nigga, and this nigga akamwambia yeah, me I'm ready for work, we befriend, and ita go like that. Emmy one day venye Shori alimtumia do, aka apologize and wakarudi kwa friends. But Shori's mom alikuwa amewarn Shori, akamwambia don't be friends with this girl again, like kama anaweza betray mamake, wewe ni nani ndio mrudi mkwe friends. But Shori akusikia mamake, bila mrudi mkwe friends na Shori tena akakuja akaplan this nigga, akamwambia this nigga, let's tutakuja this club and make sure to approach ya Shori, yo me I'm interested in you, and Shori fall into the trap. They started dating. So Emmy and this nigga, can you do this thing araka, like smash with her apart as infection dump or something of the sort. But the nigga was like, I'll do it slowly by slowly, usiniharakishe. Emmy alikuwa anaharakisha this nigga, ilikuwa so bad to the extent of this nigga blocking Emmy. Aliambia Emmy, ukiendelea kuniharakisha hivi, I'll tell your friend the truth. Months went down the line. Shori akwambia mamake, I'm dating with this type of nigga. Alikuwa anambia mamake, I have a boyfriend and this boyfriend spoils me mad, because indeed she was rich. So Emmy alikuwa anashinda kiuliza Shori, are you smashing with this nigga? Have you ever smashed? And Shori is just like, no, hatujawahi smash. Aliniambia tupeleke vitu slowly, nini. So Emmy anakuwa pissed off. So one day the nigga tells Shori, I want us to go on a vacation, and I want you to inform people unaenda on a vacation to this specific place. And that's what Shori did. Aka text him, akamwambia Emmy, this guy is taking me on a vacation. Akambia the mom, and the mom was so hesitant because I've never seen this nigga. Wana nimeanga tu kuna boyfriend, but I've never seen him. And Shori akozileza, mama usijali, utamuona. And the mom was like, sawa, but you just take care of yourself, always turn on your location. Shori akajiprepare, wakatoka that night. On their way, hawakuifika vacation, tuanzie hapo. And how did they know? Shori went missing for 2 fucking weeks. Hakukuwa amepatikana, simu yake mteja, hakuwa reachable. And one day to like the people wakifanya investigation, walipata mwili yake kwa forest. Yeah. And hakukuwa na macho, hakukuwa na kidney zote mbili, na hakukuwa na ovaries zake. So at the end of the day, this guy was an organ trafficker. Yeah. So he killed Shori, akasell organs zake, na alienda MIA. Nobody knows penye alikuwa, nobody knows penye alikuwa anaishi. Even Emmy, since the nigga blocked her, hakuwa anajua shit. And haizi kuja anze kuambia mama Shori, I'm the one who introduced a girl to this nigga, because this nigga ameenda MIA patikani, tutafanya aje? So they conducted Shori's burial, and Emmy hakuwa anajua kwa kina Shori kuna kwanga na mambo na cultures, do what. So that day wakizika Shori, juu Emmy alikuja burial ya Shori, walimzika na kisu. And whatever the grandma to Shori alisema is, take this knife and kill the person who killed you. So Emmy lives in fear. The burial has just occurred like a week ago. That's what she says. Anaogopa, what if Shori akuje amuwe na hiyo kisu, ama what if tukitu imfanyikie? And that's Emmy's confession. Just take care of yourself, and bye guys.